Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Mixed Media Mayhem, and our recipe this week is to use watercolor, stamping, and splatters. So my idea is I have this little photo that I had forgotten about that I absolutely love because of the gorgeous smile on Ava's face, but also because this is a mirror behind us, and that's the reflection of John's cute little bald head in the mirror. So we were at a breakfast place that kind of specializes in country breakfasts, and though that's not visible in the photo, that's the theme I'm going to use. I'm going to use the countryside. Let's see, I guess it's called Countryside Vintage Artistry Countryside from 49 and Market. And how I came to be in possession of these embellishments is I saw Katie Petit using this washi tape, which is like a chicken wire washi tape, and I loved it. And I didn't envision myself using it for any country themed anything, just for a pattern in the background. And I thought, well, you know, I could probably use some of these. I fell in love with the little the whitewashed picket fence and the chickens. Who wouldn't love the chickens? So I got it. And so these are the only elements I have from that collection. I didn't buy any of the papers or anything else. And I have, kind of to go along with that sort of theme, I have stamps from this set, these three larger ones that are different kinds of stitching. And I do not know, I think I Google or I searched for stitching stamps on Amazon and came up with this. And it doesn't have a label or a brand or anything. It's imported from someplace. So I thought I would do something across the page where the circle is an element, and I'd stamp some circles around and do some watercolor and then splatter it at the end. And because this hot pink is such a vibrant part of this photo, I thought I would use one or both of these hot pink Cosmic Watercolors for my background, which would be unexpected maybe in a country theme. And I have this, this is from the Blossom collection of film strips. And then the rest of it, I would use elements that are not that red color because I'm going to use the pink instead. So before we go any further, I'm going to just kind of wet my two paints. And I'm going to do kind of this is Vicki Boutin Mixed Media Foundations paper, and it can take a lot of water, but I don't want a lot of wetness. Okay, kind of liking that. And it looks a little kind of What do I want to say? Rustic is the word I'm looking for. And I'm kind of doing this. This is maybe a little too purple there. So I'm going to go back into this and get a different concentration of it. And I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. I'm going to put that aside, and I'll pull that paintbrush back out later when I want to do the... I'm going to dry this. I need a... I need a new roll so that I can actually roll it. Okay, now I'm going to tear off. That's long enough, but I want it torn. And now I'm going to roll this back up. And put that away. Okay. And I debated whether I wanted to stamp or lay this down first. And I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear this other side of it too. So that it's really just okay, I kind of like that. It looks a little like stamping, doesn't it? And now I'm going to do the stamping. I know that I want the photo. I'm going to kind of work this in just as a test. I know I want the photo down in this less colorful part. So, having said that, I'm going to stamp this circle kind of right there, right in there somewhere. Okay. And I'm going to stand up to press that down. Okay, I wanted it kind of dark and contrasting black like that, and it is, so yay. Let me take that size stamp off, and I'm going to do the larger one. Oops. Kind of down here. And I will do the smaller one. I've got some ink down here, but I'm going to splatter heavily, so maybe that won't matter. And then I'll do I really like how it stamps on that washi. That worked well. Okay, that's off to the side now. Now let's put this guy on with a little bit of liquid glue. Just a slight angle there. Okay. And I want some, there is a wheel there. Let's see if maybe I can incorporate that wheel. Maybe like so. And then this would be there. You know, I kind of like that. I'm gonna glue this down. Normally, I might put a little foam under it, but I think with all of the layers, there's gonna be enough dimension. I want to get it so that not too much of the film strip shows through. So now I want some foam behind this. This I do want foam behind. Kind of cut it. Like so. It's not exactly round, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, but I do not want any of that orange showing through, so there. And there. Now, I don't know if I can use that whole long piece of fence, but there's a shorter one somewhere. Yes, right here. And what I can do is maybe put it see, I've got that kind of glued down right there. I wanted to put it just right next to this, and then I can maybe arrange these cans over here and pop them up, and I can put some chickens in front of there. I think it's appropriate to have chickens depicted at a breakfast place, right? And there's a sign. Here. And I could put that right over there. I'm liking this so far. And the chicken wire is just kind of barely showing. I've got these two guys that can be there. And then what do I want to put? Oh, yeah, the ducks. And we don't see chickens a lot, but there are ducks in the pond over at the park. So I can do that right there. All right, I'm digging it. Let's see how we're gonna do this. And I kind of want that down. Like so. And these will get a little bit of foam across them to kind of raise them up. The milk cans, that's awesome. Let me get this. I'm gonna use some foam tape strips. And I'll use one down here. Is that going to be skinny enough? I think so. And what I like about the way it's shaping up is this is the most colorful thing on the page. And that's kind of what I wanted. And I want this maybe at a little bit of an angle and slightly under there, that way. Okay. Now I need some foam behind the chickens. Once upon a time, I could have told you what these were. They almost look like guinea hens. The coloring is such. I grew up with a chicken yard. In the back. Behind our house, and I must say they were my pets and they had names and sometimes we ate them, and that I'm sure that explains a lot. Okay. And these guys are gonna get foam behind them, and they will kind of walk. I need a little something right over here. Maybe the watering can. Okay, so we have our little scene here. I want to add an accent color, and I'm liking these little yellow butterflies, and there is a little yellow in the photo. I'm gonna put that right there. I need something down here and something over here. So we'll see what we can find. I'm liking this black and white bow. I'm gonna pull it out. It doesn't hurt anything to do that. And what if I put it right here and I did my title in here? I'm going to use the these little guys. And I guess I could do it that way. I could do it around the circle. And it's going to say country breakfast. Let's see what we want. Do we want another, like a goose there, or a rooster? Would the rooster be good here? Or do I want a, like, leaves or a basket, a small bicycle? I like the small bicycle. And I also like the watering can, but it's facing the wrong way. It's too see-through, and there's too much busyness underneath. Was there a watering can that faces the correct way? Yes, there is, but it's kind of big. Let's see if that works. There. That's kind of cool. And maybe I have some greenery coming up from the fence and going like so. That gives another little bit of color. And then I could use either the watering can or the rooster. And I'm liking the watering can better. So let's put some foam behind it. Okay, and now I'm gonna get that title down. And I'm betting that with this collection, no one expected it to have a pink background. And it's just Ava's shirt that did that. Okay, so I'm gonna go I'm gonna start it right here. I love these letters, and I'm gonna hate it when I run out of them. Okay. It's going to make it hard for me to put the bow here. Maybe over here. Let's see. Let's see how it works out. And I'm going to start with the T there. And back, and hopefully there's a spot. Let's see. It could go here, couldn't it? So in that case, let's start with the B and put it where we want it. I love just scrapping little everyday photos like that, especially when I rediscover them after this many years. That was probably 9 years ago, maybe 10. Let's see. 9, I'd say. I'd say that was 2014. And I guess James took the photo, and I downloaded it from his Facebook, and the date was later. He probably had it as a memory, and I downloaded it and didn't pay attention to the date if he put one. And I have so many pictures like that, and I decided, it bothered me that I didn't have the date at first. And then I thought, you know, okay, so now where do we put the bow? And do we want this bow, or I think there may be a smaller one. It could go right here or right here. I kind of like it here. And I'm gonna, but I also maybe want something there. If I have another little leaf sprig, that might work. I love the chicken wire and the picket fence on top of it. I don't know why, but I like that. Okay, that's a little, there we go. That kind of leads your eye to the start of the title. But let's look and see if I can find something else. That can go right here. Oh, there's another bow, but I think that's too much. There is a flower sprig there. There's word strip, button, that little bicycle maybe. Not quite right for that. There's no just plain leaf sprig. There's some tickets. I don't know. How about, there's this little framey thing. I'm gonna spend most of the time on the layout looking for something to go right in there. And maybe what I want to do is switch the places of a couple things, and I think I just got the idea. This flower is a pinker version of the red. It's not as red as that. And it could go right here, and this leaf sprig could go there. However, I think that's pretty well glued down. So, is there any way I could do that? Well, you know what? I'm gonna try. And I will just glue the bottom parts down and let the top kind of float over the top of those milk cans. There we go. Okay. I think that's... Do I want a bicycle maybe down here to cover up some of these? Nope, I'll just do splotches. We will just go with some splotches. I'm going to move all this stuff off the table surface. Put that right there. Put that on another table. And now we'll do our splatters. And I'm going to go back to my paintbrush. And I'm going to spritz some more water in these two colors. And I'm going to do this. And the shine will really rise up to the surface there. Now I'm going to also add, I'm going to use a different paintbrush because I don't have any way to wash that one out. Let me get a different one and do some yellow splatters. Try to get some inside there and on top of the pink background there. Okay, so I think we're done, and we have just a goofy little page with a country theme to celebrate a country breakfast. And I was going to call it Breakfast Shenanigans, and I may try to use that term because she was just being really goofy and fun right there. But thank you for watching, and happy Mixed Media Mayhem Friday. Bye.